What if the hardest dollar you ever make online is the first one? Not because it is small, it's because it changes how you see everything. Most people think the goal is to make more money. It is not. The real goal is proof. Proof that a stranger will stop, care, and pay. And once that happens, the game changes. Because before the first dollar, everything feels theoretical. The content is theoretical. The offer is theoretical. The audience is theoretical. But after the first dollar, it becomes real. So where does that first dollar usually come from? Not from a perfect business, not from a polished brand, not from some giant launch. Usually it comes from one useful thing, solving one specific problem. A checklist, a guide, a template, a quick service, a shortcut. That sounds almost too simple. That is why most people miss it. They try to build the whole machine before they prove demand. They spend weeks on logos, pages, funnels, systems, and then nothing happens because they skip the part that matters. Attention first, signal second, offer third, in that order. Here is what that looks like in real life. You post one sharp idea that solves one problem. Maybe it gets 300 views, maybe 3,000. That part does not matter yet. What matters is the signal. Did people stop? Did they click? Did they ask for more? Because those reactions tell you where the money might be hiding. And once you see that, you do not build bigger. You build narrower. You take the question people are already asking and turn it into the simplest, useful thing. That is the opportunity, not complexity, clarity. For example, if people keep asking how to write better hooks, do not build a course. Start with a swipe file, a one-page guide, a short audit. Something fast, something useful, something easy to say yes to. $10, $20, $50. The amount is not the breakthrough. The payment is because the first dollar proves three things at once. 1. You got attention. 2. You held it long enough to create trust. 3. You solved something real. That is why the first dollar matters more than the next 100. It removes the biggest doubt. Not can this scale? Can this work at all? And once that question is answered, you stop guessing. You stop trying to be impressive. You stop copying random strategies. You stop building in the dark. Now you have something better. Signal. And signal lets you refine everything. A stronger hook. A clearer promise. A simpler offer. That is how tiny wins become systems. But here is the twist. Most people are not one offer away from momentum. They are one proof point away. That first dollar is not the finish line. It is the receipt that tells you where to go next. So if you want to make money online, stop asking the biggest question first. Do not ask, how do I build a business? Ask the smaller question. What is one useful thing I can make that someone would pay for today? Because that question gets answered faster, and fast answers create momentum. That is where the real shift begins. The first dollar is the real breakthrough. And once you see that, you stop chasing business ideas and start looking for proof. This is just one layer of it. There are bigger systems hiding behind the same pattern. Subscribe if you want to find them before everyone else.